Hi, I'm Casey.
And I'm Gianni.
I never finished reading the Animorphs books as a kid, and I still haven't as an adult.
And I've never read them.
We can't tell you where we live.
But we can tell you that we want to revisit these books as adults and dive into what we would keep or change if we were to put it on TV.
Two friends, 50-something books. Welcome to morphinbuddies.
Sure. I mean, you can cream me anytime. Yeah, I love getting creamed, cream pied, cream... Yeah, they call me Big Cream in these streets. I don't know if you've heard that.
All right, folks. We're going to be speed running this episode a little bit because Gianni's computer has decided it doesn't want to charge.
Yeah, it's decided to take the day off. It's also decided that my Wi-Fi is insane right now, so everything that you're saying is like a
quiet quitting.
half step behind. So this is going to be an interesting one to record.
Yes, absolutely. So no emails today, but I kind of loved this book.
Oh? Tell me about it.
I really enjoyed it. It felt like we were back in an adventure. It felt much more complex than what we've actually been dealing with. I think there was actual character development for Tobias. It didn't feel like the same type of Tobias book. I think this may be the best Tobias book that we've read thus far.
My computer's just being obnoxious right now, but I'm still rolling. Sorry. I think I heard most of what you said, but can you say it again?
Yeah, I'll say it again. We'll just cut out this whole first part of the episode. All right. Diving right into this book. Oh no, did I lose you again? Oh, no. You're so delayed.
I'm going to actually crash out. I don't know what is happening.
There you are. Okay.
I hear you fine now. But yeah, keep going. I mean, I heard most of what you said. The sentiments about liking the book, and then
yeah, I feel like the book was much better than the rest of the Tobias books that we've read. I feel like it felt like a return to form where we're focused on character and advancing characters rather than just kind of sitting in the same place that we have been sitting in a long time with all the rest of the books. Mm-hmm. I think this was way better than The Unexpected. I felt like it was just so it was so much more.
I mean, yeah. We're talking about two different worlds.
But it's the same author, right? Isn't it the same ghostwriter?
No, it is the same ghostwriter, yeah, but I think we're talking about two very different qualities. To compare this book to The Unexpected is like, I mean, it's nice. It's like The Cat in the Hat and Kendrick Lamar. It's like they're just we don't exist on the same hemisphere.
That's true. But I to me this just feels like a return to what we really enjoyed about the books in the first place. I had a fun reading this. I was excited reading this, and yeah, I really liked it. Things got more complex, and I know you're happy about what happens to Jake in this book. I'm sure you're like,
this
fucking
was a
karma.
This was a great fucking Jake book.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys.
Yeah.
I was on cloud 9 this whole time. This was a blast.
Well, I also feel like this book had a really good combination of serious things happening and comedy in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it had a really nice
mix.
Comedic balance. I agree.
So, yeah, I loved reading this, and I was just like, oh my God, it feels like a breath of fresh air. So I really enjoyed this one. What about you?
Yeah, I liked it quite a bit. I mean, I think that, like, in terms of issues that I have with it, it's mostly just that I felt that it was very anticlimactic to basically have the reveal of who the Animorphs are happen off screen, and then also very much like plays into like the Yeerks are really just bad at this. Like, what are they doing? Like, why are they immediately grabbing Jake's family, but then like waiting so long to like scope out the Tobias's mom? Like, mm-hmm. I just feel like the Yeerks just like very consistently are so inconsistent. You know, this is just another great example of that, where it just it's nonsense. We're just throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing if it sticks. But I agree with all of your other points. I do think that, it's probably the best Tobias book. I'd have to go through and remember all the other ones. But I would say definitely has back to the roots energy. Feels like it has like a really heartfelt character dynamics. I really like the relationship that Tobias ends up building with his mom. I think it happens like in that last third, and I think that I was surprised at how invested I was in it.
Yeah, me too.
I thought that the climax was excellent, even if I was constantly like furrowing my brow at the fact that the Yeerks made no sense in what they were doing and when they were doing it. But I loved the little, like you had said, the little comedic interludes that they threw into a lot of these big scenes were, I thought, brilliant. There's like a moment with Axe that I thought was like laugh out loud funny, like one of the funniest things that's happened in the series.
Yeah.
Even though it was like a dumb plan and did not need to happen that way at all, I loved that they were able to take the tone of this book, which obviously is a very somber, heavy, reflective tone. Any Tobias book is going to be like that. Right. But we're able to scale it that it still lives and exists in the fun place that you came to the Animorph series for. Yeah. And that is like a balance that I don't think we've seen in a while. It's usually either one or the other. You get the really silly books and we're going through as sharks through a bloodstream, or we're getting the really heavy books and Marco has to like decide to kill his mom. And these are just things that are so completely, juxtaposed, I guess, on the spectrum of the emotion that's trying to get the audience to feel. And this book just felt like it had the smoothest peaks and valleys of really getting through all of that stuff. So, I mean, props to the ghostwriter. Nailed it on this one. I just think the Yeerks are stupid, but like that. But that's these are now problems that we've had with so many books. So at this point, I'll take what I can get. If I can get a good story in between the stuff that doesn't make any fucking sense, then I'm totally fine with it. Yeah. And this just so happens to be a good example of that, I think. Interested to see where it goes. Didn't love the resolution. I just thought it was like a little too tie a bow on everything.
A little too perfect, a little too happy, a little too put together, probably.
Yeah, not to mention we're going back to a setting that I think makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Yeah.
The Hidden Valley.
I do also still hate the cube as a MacGuffin. Like, I think that making the choice to turn your mom into an Animorph is an awesome development and so interesting for the series at large. I would have liked to have seen that decision get made, as opposed to that decision had already been made in between chapters.
Yeah, because they did the thing where Tobias is like, I have a plan, and Jake looks at him and says, I know what your plan is. Okay, here you go. And it's like, wait, we don't know what the plan is. You can't do that.
I hate that.
Stop doing that.
Hate that. Stop doing that.
Yeah, stop
it's not fun.
I want to see the decision.
You're not getting me, No. I'm not a reader who's going to be like, "What? Oh my goodness." I'm not sitting there remembering that feeling. Yeah. I want to be in on the plan so then I could ride the emotions with the characters. And also, I just think that you missed an opportunity to have a really interesting character development conversation. And instead, I think we wasted a little too much time in the middle section of the book. Yeah. Talking about Tobias's feelings and seeing Rachel's mom be a lawyer, and I just think that stuff was dragged out too long.
A little bit long, yeah.
So you can't even argue that like they didn't have time for that conversation with the page count. Yes, you did. Yeah. You just chose to do other things. And that's okay. But
it would have been better spent with
major missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course, we take them to the worst setting of all time.
The
known valley. The Hidden Valley that's so known and everybody can get to it. But apparently the Yeerks think that it's gone. No fucking sense. No fucking sense in the world. Don't understand it at all.
Yeah, they
but
shouldn't
sure.
be there, but okay.
Great. And then the whole plan with The whole plan, like, as soon as everything went awry and everybody's like, we got to figure out what to do, and Jake making the decision to get the yerk out of Thom's head and everything, it inevitably has to bring up the question of, like, why didn't you do this sooner? I don't understand. Was this not immediately necessary when he tried to kill your dad? Like, what are we doing? You could just take him at any time and starve the yerk out of his head? What? Then do that. Why did we wait this long?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think part of it, at least the way that I rationalize it in my head, is just denial of, like, if I don't have to address this problem right now in front of me, I don't have to, it's not real, you know, like, I don't, it's, I can just avoid it until I absolutely have to do something, which I have known people like that in my life. They're infuriating to deal with because they don't want to see what's right in front of them or take any action to fix the issue until it gets to a point where it's too late and now you have to do something way worse than what you were going to do in the first place. So I think maybe that could be a personality trait that Jake has, that he needs to grow up and become an actual adult, although there are adults that
my
are like that,
my only issue with that as an excuse, because I think I think that's an interesting thing. My only issue with that as an excuse, actually two issues. One, it's not just Jake that can make that call. Other people can have that idea, and I don't know why that idea had never been pitched before. And two, that's completely antithetical to everything that the books constantly tell you about Jake. The one thing that he's capable of doing is making decisions. Is what the books tell you. If you've listened to this podcast long enough, I've been saying that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And so now we're like, oh, well, actually, maybe he's just ignoring the problem. It's like, no shit, he's been doing that the whole time. But the books keep telling me, actually, he's fucking genius, and he makes all these executive decisions for all of us, and everybody follows along because we know that he's right for it. No, no, he doesn't.
No, it's true. There was a book there was a book that we read recently where somebody commented on, oh, Jake makes all the good decisions and he makes all the decisions. And I was like, he didn't make a decision in this book. He just kind of left it up to you guys to make a final decision, and then he agreed with it. That's not making a decision. That's offloading the responsibility.
Right. And I loved, obviously, the scene where he gets called out on his shit in this one. Because, God, so overdue.
Yeah.
More of that, please.
Goated.
But, yeah, I mean, this book even though Jake was not a POV character, this book very much was, like, shattering the illusion of Jake.
Yeah.
And I hope that they follow through on that. I know they won't.
I hope so.
But I hope they lean into more of that. They won't, but I hope they do. And and I think that also the reason I say that they won't, just to clarify that point, because I think it is important, is the development that we had last book with Rachel, where she stuck up for herself and did this very traumatic thing. And you're getting into this book and you're like, great, really interested to see where that character develops. No. Didn't happen.
Yeah,
that
it didn't happen
is not something that we'll have to deal about ever again, actually. And it's disappointing. It's the same with Axe with the nuke. You know, has not come up again. No one's mentioned a thing about it. No one's looked at him differently, and he's not felt or said anything that indicates that he feels differently about it either. So it's just, I know that they won't.
It's just
I
kind
know
of
that
like
this is not going to be a full follow through on Jake, you know, completely crippling in on his the personality or persona that everybody perceives him as. But they should, because these are good ideas that are presented in these individual stories. And I'd love to see them followed through on, but we now know, like, tried and true over the course of 50 however many books, that that's probably not going to happen. So, you know, I'll take it while I get it. I'll take the wins while I can get them. Jake sucks in this book, and people acknowledge it. I'll take the W.
Yep.
That's fine.
There we go. So there's the upside, one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this book was wonderful to come up where it was, because we were kind of getting in a really bad slog of just, here we are again, you know.
Yeah, almost doing something and then doing something else.
Yeah.
and now we're doing something. I guess I don't know how this gets us closer to our goal, but I just know that it moves something dramatically.
Yes,
so great.
It changes circumstances at least. So anyway, all right. Do you want to jump into this?
Yes.
Leap. Do it.
I think you said, "Do you want to do the plot?"
I said,
and then just completely freeze framed.
Do you?
I don't know what's happening right now. This is the worst.
We're falling apart today. But hopefully the Wi-Fi will just continue to stop and start.
Every 5 seconds. So
it's
irritating.
never been
but
this
yes,
bad
let's do
before.
The plot.
This is crazy. Okay. All right, folks, stick with us. We're here. We're going to get through this book. So go ahead, Gianni. Why don't you start?
So it starts out with Tobias and a mouse. He's going after a mouse, and he's hunting down, and he's the same little sad sack bird boy that he's always been. And he ends up running into a snake who also wants to eat the mouse, and he ends up saying, "You take this one, snake. I'll go find something else. My girlfriend's coming in with a Big Mac," and sure enough, Rachel shows up and she's literally got McDonald's for him, and she's like, "Let's get sloppy, huh?" And then they go. He has his little moment. He gets just ravenously hungry, which I thought was going to be a plot point because of how much they were focusing on it, but no, it was just painting his perspective. And then she was like, "We have very weird dates," and he was like, "I want to fuck another Big Mac." You're like, Jesus, dude, relax. But then she ends I can't remember which chapter it was, but it was 2 or 3, but she ends the chapter basically being like, "All right, now that we're finished eating, let's get to the meeting that we have to go to." Inciting that there is a meeting that the Animorphs are having because new information has come up. And Cassie reveals to the group that for some reason through chatter, the Yeerks are trying to get their blood. And hey, man, first of all, how did this plan come up? How did this idea even germinate in the Yeerks' head? We'll never know. And two, man, like why is this the method? Well, this like invading into the blood database and finding out if someone is related to an Animorph or an Andalite or whatever sounds like a way fucking dumber plan than just like following one of these birds back to its home. We've seen countless other people do before.
Yes. I'm wondering if it's a reference to the last book where Rachel was in the ring with Visser 1, and even though she kind of morphed her features, the fact that she's morphing might have clicked something in Visser 1's head of like, maybe we're not looking in the right place. Let's start getting blood samples of humans. That would be a really interesting thing
to hear about.
Yeah, because Axe is on the communications of the Yeerks, so we could have just had a couple sentences of Axe saying, "I got this in the communications. I think Visser 1 saw you, Rachel, and he's looking for you." That's it. That's all we need.
That's totally fine by me.
There we go. Thanks.
Or if the point is that we're not really ever supposed to know, fine. I don't like it, but fine.
Yeah.
If that's the point, then have some other people have some ideas about how this happened. The group is so incredibly not curious about
it drives me up the wall. It drives me up the wall. It drives me crazy.
They're just immediately into like, we have to figure out what they're doing with this blood, and then immediately it goes from there to being like, oh well, they're onto us, and then immediately it goes from there into being like, well, how do we get out of that? No one's gonna stop and be like, hold on. How did they put 2 and 2 together on this? This is the craziest way they could have. This is the most convoluted way they could have possibly figured out this information.
Yeah.
And I'm a little upset about it, honestly, because like
it is upsetting.
We've had this smoking gun sitting on the table for all of the books now of when are they going to figure it out? When are they going to figure it out? What are the Animorphs going to do? How are they going to figure it out?
And then they're like, gun.
Worst kept secret of all time
Yes.
finally gets unveiled, and it's the most convoluted way possible. It was through like blood database searches. Are you kidding?
Wait, it's like in Arrested Development when Oscar keeps trying to tell Buster that he's his real dad, and Buster doesn't figure it out until Oscar
Yes.
comes in with a bowl of popcorn, and he's like, "Oh, I just wanted to share my pop secret with you. Oh, but forget it." And he leaves, and Buster goes, "Pop secret? Is Oscar my real father?"
If all of the Yerks are Buster from Arrested Development, then I'm in. But unfortunately, we're told that the Yerks are like really good at this.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, they've got the blood banks, and they're trying to get as much blood from humans as they can to see if there's weird DNA inside the human blood. Mm-hmm. So this was the thing I had a problem with, because I think it's either Tobias or Jake that they're like, we're gonna hack all the blood banks and all the hospitals in the world.
In the world.
In the world. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
And they double down on this.
Yes.
They double down on it too, to then be like, oh yeah, the CIA one was super easy.
Yeah.
But this one we found to be very hard, and that must be done by the Yerks. Now,
one.
mind you, not only is that crazy, but the other thing is, immediately before that, Axe gets a little bit like pissy at someone for saying that the Yerks are like have invented things, are really good like at making things. And he was like, the Yerks have never made anything in their lives, they just take things over, which makes sense. But then immediately he's like, the Yerks must have made this one. It's like, hold on.
What? Hang on a second. What?
That doesn't make any sense with what you just criticized about the Yerks before.
Wait a minute.
So wait a second. Qualify your point there, sir. No? We're not going to do that?
No
We're
questions.
Moving on? Great.
No
okay.
questions. Okay.
No follow-ups? Okay. Got it. Strange. Very strange.
So then Jake's like, all right, let's go fly to this blood bank tonight, and let's check it out. Let's scope it out. And they go there, and they see the circus is coming into town, and they've got elephants and stuff. So then we see a return of technology that we haven't seen in how many books, Gianni?
I don't know what you said, so I don't know. All I know is you asked me a question, and then it would freeze before it, so I didn't hear the question. You said, how many books, Gianni? And I went, I don't know what you said.
Yes. How many books? Yes.
Yeah, right. A lot, I bet.
Agreed.
I have no idea.
I agree.
What did you say?
The return of technology.
Yep. Right.
What's the technology that returned us?
There
we go.
The Glibthon 5000 or whatever, the DNA thing.
Gleet biofilters. Yay!
Oh right, of course. Yeah. The thing that makes perfect sense to be everywhere at all times.
Listen,
and somehow isn't.
Ryan, our science buddy, explained it to us. I believe his explanation. I'm going with that.
Nope. Stupid.
So
dumb.
They're like, oh, the building's surrounded with Gleet biofilters, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to destroy those. And Rachel goes elephant mode. She puts a big hole in the building. She draws a lot of attention to her. All the gang, after she breaks the gate, the gang more flies, and they just fly in there as Rachel runs off to go who the fuck knows where. Because she also comes back as an elephant, and then we're like, were you just an elephant this entire time running around town? I
guess. I don't know what the plan was, but yeah, she's just off screen for a little bit, and then she comes back.
She's running around. The rest go fly. They all fly in. They fly into a janitor's closet where they all demorph, and then they start morphing Hork-Bajir, and they notice Marco's got a new blue morphing shirt. And they're like, hey, Marco, you know what that looks like? That looks like the Nazi armbands that the special services of the Hork-Bajir wear. And I think if we tore up that brand new shirt of yours, we could pass as the SS guard of the Hork-Bajir. And Marco says...
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Yeah, Marco's like, all right, I don't give a fuck about this shirt. Let's tear it up. And so they do.
Yeah.
Which, team player, Marco... I think that's great. I would be upset if it's something that I got brand new, but perhaps because he's a child, maybe he didn't buy it for himself. Anyway, so then they go through, they do this whole thing where they walk up to the other Hork-Bajir guards and they're like, hey, let us in that secret room. And they're like, we don't know who you are. And he's like, you don't know who I am. Check out the armband, losers. And they're like, oh no. And they're like, Visser 1 said you gotta let us in or else. And they're like, Visser 1? And then they just open the door for them.
Yeah, I mean, Hork-Bajir are like famously not intelligent, so
yeah, that's true. That's true.
But again, you could have just, you know, we could have glossed over this. I don't know why. No, like I don't know why it's in the book. Like this could have just been a thing. Like we snuck through and
no, it's a little bit of whimsy.
The other
Hork-Bajir. We gotta have a little bit of whimsy.
I guess this was just a weird place for it. It was so strange.
It's part of the fun. Yeah.
They go into this database or whatever and see immediately it's Tobias's mom.
Well, they find her address.
Has been tracked, I guess, through blood.
Yeah, they're watching her. She's like a little orange dot on a map. And they're like, well, if they've connected her to Tobias, obviously they've connected all the rest of us. And it's just a matter of time. Just logical leap. But okay, I'm down for it. I'm enjoying the story so far. Let's go. I'm in.
I guess. I mean, the kid hasn't been seen from in how long?
A year, at least. A little more than a year.
Right. So then, like,
yeah.
Why would they even?
Well, no, wait. We forgot his birthday happened. Remember with the lawyer, and the lawyer's like, you have to be some indiscriminate age for your birthday to unseal these documents.
Oh, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, you have to be 12 and a half years old. Yeah.
That was when he walked in the lawyer's office hanging brain and talking to him.
Oh, boy. Oh, buddy.
Good times, remember?
You can't say hanging brain when we're talking about children. We say some crazy shit on this.
We said it at the same time.
That's up there with some of the craziest.
We said it at the same time. We both were thinking it.
I guess.
Yeah. So
I can't remember anything I say on this show. The second
I know you can't, and I remember so much. I can't get away from it.
We can't do that. We can't do that. We're different people now.
We are.
We've changed over the course of like 20 books since then, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, the gang's like, all right, they clearly have all of our DNA and it's only a matter of time before they find it out. Thom is connected. He's going to pull the rest of Jake's family in. And when he notices Jake isn't around, that's going to be a problem. It's going to link back to the rest of us. So
why wouldn't Thom have already done that then? Like, I don't know why.
Because originally they weren't doing an all-out war or whatever. And now they're kind of... No, like now they're being more obtuse about it. And now, because Visser 1 is in charge, Visser 3 into Visser is the new Visser 1, and his plan is just to go balls to the walls war. So they're being more blatant about everything. That is my thought.
Right, but, well, one, that's not the case, though, because they're still doing espionage if they're just taking Jake's family and putting yerks in their brains.
Yeah.
So it's still not an all-out war like Visser 1 has been vying for in the first place. But then the other thing is like, yeah, I agree. Then do this 5 days ago. How long were you sitting on this information? Why do you have to wait until... And also, get Jake. He's clearly the one... If you're even remotely theorizing that he might be one of the Andalite bandits, then get him first.
Well, Gianni,
and then get the parents.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why didn't... And furthermore, remember when Thom tried to kill Jake's dad?
Yeah.
Because I didn't forget. Like, why couldn't we have just done it then?
Well, no, because...
That was crazy.
So anyway, they try to... So they try to delete the database of all the blood samples, and Jake's like, it's pointless because they're going to keep doing it. So
yeah,
it's
well, they
like
get some new villain in there who's like some grandma old lady who's like, wow, I've already made copies of all of this. It's like, okay, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks, Grandma. And Grandma's like, She's like, I'm in a weak body, but I'll still shoot you. And they're like, all right, Grandma.
Yeah, just like when I turn you in, I'll probably get promoted. And you're like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Your system makes no sense. They give out promotions like candy some days, and then other days they just put someone as Visser 3, even though they're clearly running the most important war operation of all time. Insane. This is just nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. So she just brings in a whole bunch of other Hork-Bajir, and then it's a big old fight, and the gang
fight, they can get out of Dodge, and then Tobias
wait.
does a little flyby to his mom's.
This is part of the funny that I really enjoyed. So they realize they're trapped in this room because Grandma decided to take off the code to open the door, so they're all trapped in the room with her and the rest of the Hork-Bajir guards. Then, out of fucking nowhere, there's 2 big prong indents in the door, and we find out Rachel, as a grizzly, has driven a forklift into the door to open it up for the rest of the gang. Sick. And that's how they get out. And then they all pile into the forklift and back it out of the hallway in their battle morphs. I just love this moment so much. It needed its flowers. It's such a ridiculous thing to think about. But there we are.
I mean, look, I love a little silly fun time, especially in the sad Tobias book. It's a breath of fresh air. So kudos for the forklift idea.
Yeah.
Why was it necessary?
It wasn't.
I don't know, but it was fun.
I like the spirit. I like the spirit of it.
I like the spirit of what you're going for.
There's a picture that I'm going to send you that reminds me of this moment. So continue on with the plot, Mr. Gianni, as I find this picture to send to you.
Well, yeah, so they all regroup, right? And then Jake decides, we should all sleep on this before we decide what we're going to do, which does not make any sense.
No, because you wanted to immediately go scope it out, and now you want to wait.
But I guess, sure, they're going to go sleep on it and run the risk of, Yeerks coming in the middle of the night. But the Yeerks are stupid, and so fortunately they made a good calculation here. So Tobias then goes on his own and does a little flyby of his mom's house because he realizes that the house is actually very close to where he was living before. And he's in his feels pretty much the whole book, hemming and hawing about whether or not she's a Yeerk, hemming and hawing about whether or not she actually gave a shit about him, why his mom was never around, that kind of thing. And then, did you just send me this picture?
Yeah, go ahead, open that up.
Please, my son, he's very sick.
What is it, Gianni?
I don't know how to even describe what I'm looking at. It's a forklift that's detached. No, it's got a rolly. What do you call this?
It's a forklift with like
a forklift
a baby
is holding
forklift. Like I don't know what is it? Like a tiny cart.
A
with
forklift
wheels?
is holding like a cart. Yeah, that's how. A forklift is holding like a regular cart.
And
a forklift is holding a baby forklift.
Yes, and it just says, "Please, sir, my son, he's sick." It's just fucking stupid.
Where did you get this meme?
I don't know. I saw it somewhere tooling around on the internet and it made me laugh. It's so dumb.
You're like, I gotta save that for later. I never know when it'll come up.
I was like, wow, that's really funny.
Behold.
That's really funny. It's like a hand cart. Yeah, it's the fact that there's no driver in the forklift, it makes me laugh. He's really desperate to get care for his son. You know what I mean?
Oh,
He's a caring father.
He's really desperate to get care for his son.
Please, sir. My son is sick.
Yes, they've anthropomorphized the forklifts, guys.
Yeah, but it's not just for the record, for the people listening. It's not a cartoon picture that somebody drew. It's just a picture that someone positioned these cards, which kind of makes it even better that someone's just tooling around, during the day.
Oh yeah, the human touch.
Yes, exactly. I love it. Anyway,
man.
so yeah, Tobias is kind of like being sad, and he's having a lot of sad thoughts. And he and Rachel have a little chat, and she's like, "You just come over to my house, and you need it." And he's like, "I can't, Rachel. I just need to be by myself for a while." And she's like, "I'll leave my window open for you tonight." And then Tobias says, "The human boy would have kissed her at that moment." And I was like, "You can still do it. You can still do it, Tobias." No, it's romantic. That's so sweet.
No, why does she like him, dude?
Why doesn't she like him?
They haven't talked in like forever.
They're mysterious. They match. They understand each other. Do you remember
they don't.
the school dance when they were dancing to the Goo Goo Dolls?
Yeah, I think that was the last time that they had a conversation.
No, they had another conversation before that.
Before this
after
book.
that. Yeah, before this book. Anyway, I thought that was cute and romantic, and I was like, oh. And he's like, but I have to be a bird.
I no longer relate to the romances that are happening because they've all happened off screen.
Yeah, a lot of them have happened off screen, and that makes me.
So I'm just like, sure,
except
I guess
for the Axe's
she brings
romance,
in burgers, and then they fuck. Do they fuck?
I don't.
But they don't.
So I think they're all virgins still. Do you think the end of this series is going to end like it? I mean, I think.
Yeah. See, now that would
make sense.
Would certainly make sense. Of course, it makes way more sense in the Animorphs books than it does in it.
There's a turtle at the end of it. We could have a turtle at the end of these books. You know what I mean? Maybe one of them's a turtle. Who knows?
Brilliant. Brilliant. Great idea.
Bringing it all together. It's all coming together.
Yeah. Yeah, all coming together.
This is a giggly
The
day.
Animorphs
anyway.
turtle.
Turtle.
We're only giggling because I can only hear you in between every other laugh.
Yeah, that's fair. And you have to like.
And I'm like, I'm laughing because I'm also partially like using it as an opportunity to then catch the next thing that you say because the stuttering of my computer is driving me banana land.
To be fair, you are cutting in and out a little bit also. I think we're both having to perform a lot of mental gymnastics to puzzle our conversation together. This is actually a fun challenge.
It's like an improv game, you know?
Yeah, right?
It's like you're missing a certain word and then you're like, great, I have to be on a slight half-second delay in order to figure out, piece together the puzzle in my mind. What's the word? Mm-hmm. That's what it was. It was sex. It's mostly sex. It's probably
funny?
about sex.
Right when you said, what's the word? It cut out.
Brilliant. God, this is just agony. Why is this happening to us? That... We've never had Wi-Fi issues.
I don't know.
Anyway,
we've never had issues like this. But also, like, we're trying to help each other out by continuing to talk. I think that's wonderful. We're both like, we can do this.
That's what improv's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
Yes, ending until you can hear what the fuck the other person just said.
Hell yeah, dude. Anyway, sandwiches. There we go. Tobias decides, I'm going to fly to my mom's house. Screw the rest of the group. I'm going to take action now because my mom's still alive. That's shocking. That's crazy. I need to go see what she's doing. And she's only like a few blocks away from where he grew up. And he's upset. He's like, why didn't she ever come find me? Why didn't she do this? Why couldn't she be there? Blah, 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 blah. So he goes into this rickety neighborhood. He's like, boy, if you thought I grew up in trash, take a look at where my mom is right now.
Jesus.
That's pretty much what he says.
He's not that disparaging about it.
He's like, I was born.
Boy, howdy! If you thought I was, yeah.
That's crazy. He's like, I was.
This is the real gutter.
Yeah, this is the real. I was born next to the gutter. My mom burrowed under the gutter where it empties out. That's where my mom lives. So, boy, howdy. And he sees his mom leaving her house and she's got a German Shepherd, and she's blind. She's bibbity bobbity. She's blind. Bibbity bobbity blind.
Yeah, it's a seeing eye dog that helps her around.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also like a good Samaritan, I guess. She works for like some sort of crisis
she volunteers
center.
at a crisis center. She has a bunch of scars running down her face, and she's kind of fucked up. And Tobias is like, well, if she's so good here, how come she couldn't be good to me and be my mom? Which I think is a valid question to ask. And I was like, that's very sad. That is incredibly sad.
No, everything that happens with Tobias and his mom, I'm actually
wonderful.
A big fan of in this book.
Yeah.
Honestly, everything that happens that doesn't have to do with the Yerks, I'm a fan of.
Agreed.
I just think the Yerks suck.
Yeah, total agree.
They're really bad at this, and they should probably hang up the hat.
Time to give up. Retire. Get out of here.
If I had your abilities, fellas, the world would have been taken over a year ago.
Yeah, and it would be just you by yourself. You would be able to do that.
Cursed Andalite bandits. How am I going to get you? Oh, there's one flying right there. Let's go get him. And then done.
Shoot him with a gun.
And then that would be it. But nope, they don't do that.
No, they don't. They don't.
I know. We'll get all of the blood centers, all of the world, to give us their data.
Exactly.
Then we'll track down these pesky Andalite bandits.
There we go.
Genius.
That's the way to do it.
Fucking genius.
I can't wait to edit this episode and hear all the things that I'm not hearing from you. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, good luck, dude. I have no idea.
This episode's going to be so difficult to edit.
I hear most of what you're saying.
Excellent. I hear most of what you're saying also. It's just little moments here and there.
The only thing is that not only are some of your words cutting out, there's also becomes some sort of delay.
Yeah.
So then I start saying a thing.
Uh-huh.
I think sometimes right after you say a thing, and then sometimes it's not right after, and sometimes it's actually like 2 minutes after you just said that thing. So good luck, man. I have no idea.
Yep, same. Hey, we're cooking with gas here. We're doing the best we can with what we got. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
So they come to the meeting tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Like I said, the Yerks are stupid. So
and who did Jake bring, Gianni? Who's your favorite?
The fucking Chi guys, dude.
Yay! There you are. Oh my god. I got you back. You're back.
I would rather just the hard crash like that, because then at least I know honestly for sure that nothing I'm saying is getting communicated to you, rather than the...
I mean, you came back as 2 pixels.
Oh, good.
And now you're regular. You're mostly... You're more pixels now, which is good.
That's good.
But you went gray screen, frozen screen, gray screen, 2 pixels.
Gee, Jiminy, dude. This is just...
I don't know what it is.
This is cancer. It must be because the Knicks are doing well. I
bet it's Trump jacking the Wi-Fi. That's probably what he's doing.
Yeah.
It must be it.
If we blame it on Trump, then I will feel better. So what I was saying was... They meet up.
Anyway, continue.
And they
with,
come to the decision.
Oh my goodness. God.
It just gets worse. Because I'm segueing in, and then you're segueing in, and then there's a hard stop. This is awful.
Oh my god.
And now I don't even know if you can actually even hear me laughing. I'm just looking at you laughing, and I have no idea if we're laughing about the same thing.
Dude.
I don't know if you can hear anything I'm saying.
I can hear you. But
good.
You were like, but and then your sound just went wee, and then you were frozen for a while, and then you were 2 pixels again.
Oh my.
And then it was trying to play catch up, so it was lagging. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, oh my god, can you even see me? Can you hear anything that's happening right now? And then you started giggling and you came back.
Oh, good. No, I was laughing. I mean, you'll get it when you get my audio from this.
Sure.
But I was laughing because I was segueing back into the plot, and then you started segueing back into the plot. But the delay was happening, and then we just hard froze right as we were both like,
Oh
so anyway, back to the story.
Trying to help each other, Gianni.
Speeding through. I don't even care that it's frozen. I'm gonna keep talking. Speeding through. Here's what's happening with the plot. Tobias goes back to the barn. Everybody meets up. The Chi are there. The Chi are like, there's no chatter going on. We don't know what they're doing. But then Jake's like, nah, we totally know what they're doing. I decided to just blitz through, so I just kept going.
No, I'm glad you did. I have no idea what you said. You were just beeps and boops. You were a robot. You were just beeping and booping, and I was like, yes. I remember that part.
Yes, right. Aha. Yes, insightful.
Insightful.
Oh, he must have made a joke just there.
Golden critique. Golden critique.
No, so they're at the bar. They're trying to figure out what to do. They end up coming up with the plan they're just going to get their families out of Dodge. They're going to just come clean, tell them that the Andalites exist, tell them what's happening with the aliens and everything, and then just get them out of Dodge. They're done with this.
They do it in the worst way possible. They could not have told them in a worse way.
What?
What happened?
It was the second you said, all right, here we go. And then it stuttered. And
it
then
stopped.
And then now now that I've found it funny, now it's always funny.
Yeah, it is funny. The things we do for our buddies, you know what I mean?
Is it my internet or is it yours?
I think it's your internet, because mine's fine.
I'm suspicious of you now.
What?
I think it's your fucking fault.
No way. My internet's fine.
I'm blaming you, dude.
Jesus Christ on a pogo stick, dude.
This is great. I mean, I hear you great now.
Okay.
So let's see
how
long that lasts.
I'm scared to believe it. I'm scared. Let's try it. Let's go back to they're breaking the news to their families. Let's go back to that point.
Yeah. The stupid dumb idiots all decide to go one at a time to all the different parents and reveal themselves in the strangest way that you could possibly conceive of. Tobias just thought speaks right into Cassie's mom's head.
Yeah,
and then she's like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, she's like,
rightfully so.
I knew I needed another cup of coffee.
And then he starts morphing in front of her, and she's like,
before they
I'm gonna shoot you with a gun.
Yeah, Cassie doesn't even say, Mom, there's something that we need to talk about now, and it's very serious. No, just like, here, look, he's morphing.
Nope.
Ta-da!
Also, if time is of the essence, which they don't know if it is or not, if time is of the essence, we should maybe get a move on this.
Yeah, let's skedaddle.
But at the same time, it was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny, actually. And both parents are like, I guess I shouldn't have switched to decaf. So, which was great. I love that.
Usually when you double down on a joke, I find the second one less funny. But that was a really good one though. You doubled down on the coffee bit, and I liked it. I thought it was good. You should keep it up. Yeah,
that was pretty funny. So then Cassie's parents
were
like,
when I double down on a joke, then it was, bad to begin with,
Yeah. And I think that's fair. That's fair. I'm so paranoid that our connection's going to be destroyed. Because occasionally you freeze and then you come back.
The longer you talk about it, it'll just... The more we talk about it, then the more apparent it will become. So you just got to just ride through. All right,
just blaze on through. So then we go on to Rachel's mom. It works. Cool. I get her little sisters don't give a shit about Axe being an alien, or they're not amazed. Totally. They're just like, all right, cool. And they keep saying it's amazing what children will be willing to believe.
Yeah, the resilience of the child's mind.
Cool. Okay. Okay. And then they're like, okay, now it's Jake's turn. And we go to Jake's house and nobody's there. And Jake's like, oh, they went out shopping. They should be back really soon. And so he just starts playing basketball by himself in his driveway. And everyone's like, Jake.
Loser!
He's playing a horse by himself.
Nerd!
And I really like this moment. Again, kind of symbolizing or showing that Jake really wants to believe he's going to save his parents and they're going to be fine. And everyone's like, Jake, they're not... I don't think Tom is coming back with your parents. And he's like, no, they're coming back. Yeah, they're coming back. And he keeps
for sure.
playing basketball.
For sure.
For sure. Yeah.
No, for sure.
You guys don't
I can't
understand.
remember what
We
he said
saved
they
your
were
parents.
doing, but he said they were doing something, and it was really dumb too. And I can't remember what
shopping
it was
for
now, but it was
lawnmowers.
something with lawnmower shot. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and then someone even says like, Jake, that sounds like a weird like thing that no one would do with their parents.
Yeah, and then Jake's like, well, they're on sale, so that's why they're going now.
Right.
And everyone's
Totally,
like,
man.
Jake, are you okay?
Jake,
'Cause
put on
we
this
don't-
put on this jacket real quick. It'll tie your arms back.
cross your arms in front of you so you can't move them, and we'll put you in this jacket. So Jake is clearly in denial, and then we see Jake's family car coming up the street with 2 giant SUVs following it, and it's very
Probably
clear.
nothing.
Yeah, probably nothing. And then Tobias he flies by the car, and he sees Jake's mom make a nasty face. He sees them all holding Dracon beams, and he's like, Jake, sorry to tell you, your whole family are Yerks. We got to get out of here now, ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake's pretty upset about that. And so then Tobias says, well, I'm going to go save my mom, and Jake can take a break. He can go
Right.
recover by himself. And it's sad, but it is what it is. I'm going to try to go save my mom. Which I think is fair. Totally, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
so
it's
he like clocks her. He's like monitoring her for any Yerk activity. Ends up not finding any. He's now just thinking maybe she's just like a nice blind woman who just didn't care about me. And then Axe and Marco show up and say, "Oh, we just thought you could use the help. Like we just kind of figured out what you were doing." And Axe had memorized the address, so we just decided to come help you out. And Tobias is really grateful for it. And I thought it was just very sweet because, again, I mean, it's not like we get a lot of moments where the Animorphs at this point in the story get to just hang out and like develop their relationships with each other.
They have a nice little boys
So it's nice to be
moment.
reminded that. Yeah, it's nice to be reminded that they are actually, attentive, observant about their friends and care about them and would just go out of their way to just do something. Especially the 2 guys who their parents are already, quote unquote, secured. You know, Marco's parents being where they are, and then Axe's parents being, I don't know, in some fuck off galaxy. Who knows? But I thought it was very sweet that they came, and then they concoct the strangest plan I've ever seen in my life, and hey, loved it. Don't know why it needed to happen, but
this
loved
is what
it.
I'm talking about. Where I'm talking about the weird, the mix of the comedy and serious. Like this was such a bizarre thing to come up with. And yet...
It was nonsense. Truly nonsense.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that they needed to accomplish was getting that morph of the dog, right?
Yes.
That was the only thing they actually had to do.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, they decided to, like, stage an elaborate, like, hooliganism within this, like, 7-Eleven that she goes into.
They follow her into a 7-Eleven, and they start ragging on her, which I was like, I know that they're just pretending, but this is really mean because the fact they're like taking her groceries out and be like, oh, you're getting this? Haha, dumb blind idiot. You don't even see it. And
I don't remember it being quite that aggressive. That was crazy.
Yeah, they're like taking her groceries out and being like, oh, this is what you're getting? Pfft, I knew you weren't getting anything good, blindo. And
they did not do that. They did not do that. That is not what happened at all.
Somebody made a comment about her not being able to see.
Blindo is crazy.
They didn't say blindo, but like they kind of
I am all
her
for
blindness.
I love when we embellish on the circumstances of these books.
Yes.
But blindo is so awful.
Hey, knock it off.
And now Casey's taking a break to...
Sorry, no, I had to yell at the cat because he was scratching at the door and then he was scratching at stuff on the wine cabinet and I didn't want him to knock stuff down.
The world is falling apart. There's been 18,000 sirens.
Yes.
The computer won't work. There are dogs barking. I don't even know that there's dogs near me. They've never barked. All of a sudden there's dogs barking. You got a cat scratching at your door.
Yeah.
I mean,
today's a mess.
This is anarchy, folks.
Is this the lowest? Is this our low, Gianni? Is this?
It must be. It must be our absolute.
Yeah.
This is going to be our worst episode ever. And you know what? Maybe that also makes it our best.
This is going to be the worst one to edit by far. This is going to be so difficult to
Nothing will ever be harder for you to edit than taking our funny clips out, though. You know, so
that's true.
As long as you just keep that in mind, that you will have always done something harder.
Yes, that's true. I do have to keep that in perspective. So, anyway, they're taking Blindo's groceries out of her basket, and she.
You're on a roll with doubling down on these jokes.
Thank you so much.
You're on an absolute roll. You usually go. You have a one good one, and then a little slump on the 2, and then a pop up on the 3.
Yeah,
that's usually your sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you're firing on all cylinders. They're all top.
You know, maybe this may be our worst recording, but I'm on top of my game.
Yeah, Blindo, brilliant. I don't know where he came up with it, but it's awesome. Because it sure shit is not in this book.
I had a friend who wrote a script.
I think you have some deep things going on.
No, it wasn't me. I had a friend who was writing a comedy script, and it was a satire, and there was a blind character in it, and he called him Blindo. And I was like, that's such a horrible thing to say.
A friend.
I did, yeah. My friend Garo, who lives in California. What's up, Garo? He's probably not listening to this, but I miss you, buddy. Anyway. So they're making fun of her groceries, but okay. This is my point of this. It made it extra sad because she has no reaction. She just stands there and she lets them do it, which tells the reader that this is not the first time that people harass her because she's blind, and that makes me sad for her. Anyway.
Yeah, but it builds character development for the reader to contextualize who this person is, how this person would shrug off something like that, which I thought was very interesting. Mm-hmm. And you're leaving out the best part, which is that Axe literally introduces this by coming in and saying, like, I am a degenerate hooligan off the street.
I'm a juvenile delinquent.
I will now commit crimes. And then, like, reorganizes the shelf and is like, aha! I have disrupted the patterns that you have put here on this here shelf.
And wasted the energy of the labor-intensive minimum wage job that all these people are working and spent so many hours rearranging these shelves.
He was balling out. Every line that Axe had in this scene was banging.
Yeah. Axe had Riz in this episode, and it was wonderful.
That was so funny. It was truly, I was laughing out loud. I thought it was so hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
But really then, so then Tobias, they have the dog morph. They are able to get the dog off the leash and then swap they take, Tobias as the dog in there.
They take her dog, and they're like, oh, don't worry, Fido's going to be back. Don't move, or else your dog's going to get it. And she doesn't say anything. She just stays exactly where she is. Again, that's horrifically sad, in my opinion. But they take the dog, Champ, into the back room where they all acquire Tobias acquires the dog. And
they
Marco
put him down.
does. They don't put him down.
They put him down back there.
No way. And they take the harness off, which also, this is nitpicky. Service dogs would never do this. Ever. They would never leave the owner, and this doesn't happen.
Wait, you know what's so fucking funny is that the second I read it, I said to myself out loud, I live alone, so I talk to myself out loud.
Yes, me too.
I said to myself out loud, verbatim, I said, I bet you Casey is going to say that service dogs don't do this.
You are correct.
I swear to God.
You're so smart.
I swear to God I said that.
Johnny.
I swear to God I said that. I was like, I bet you she's going to say that service dogs don't do this. And I knew, like, because I had the same thought. I was like, service dogs don't do this. And I was like, I bet you Casey's going to say that. I don't even have to.
Johnny!
That's exactly what happened.
We're
so
friends.
simpatico.
You know me so well. Oh my God. BB.
Yeah.
Exactly. Service dogs don't do that. But because the book is fun and we're into the story, it doesn't fucking matter. We don't care. Right. That's the difference between these last few books we've read and this one, why we've been so nitpicky there, as opposed to this one. This one's really enjoyable. So we're less focused on the logical fallacies of this book. Anyway, so they take the dog in the back room. They're giving him biscuits. He's having the time of his life. Tobias comes out with the harness on him.
They said, look at the flowers, dog.
Oh no, they didn't kill Champ. Look at the flowers. And so they bring Tobias out, and Tobias is like, all right, I'm the dog now. And he has to kind of figure out how to be a guide dog, but he gets it pretty quickly. And he takes her back to her home, and he sniffs around. He doesn't smell any yerks. He doesn't smell a pool. Nothing seems suspicious. And he goes and he keeps demorphing in her bathtub every 2 hours to make sure that he can stay and keep an eye on her. And then she goes to bed, and he's like, all right, time for human time. So he goes bird, then he goes human. And he needs his little time. Yeah, he's got little fingies that he's got to rifle through documents and see what he can find about his mom. Why is she blind? Why does she have scars? Why didn't she ever want him? And he finds a hospital document that said that she had permanent brain damage due to a car accident, and she also has amnesia. And so Tobias is like, oh... So maybe she
doesn't remember having me. Yeah.
Yes. Again, terribly sad. so sad. So Tobias is like, you know what? When the morning comes up and I hear her getting up, I'm going to be human, and I'm going to sit in her kitchen. And I'm going to tell her everything. And hopefully she remembers something of me, or she wanted me. And so that's what happens. She comes downstairs, and he's like, it's Tobias, your son. And she's like, oh my God, my son.
She was like, I wasn't sure if you were ever going to find me. And he's like, oh, so you did know about me. And she kind of explains through not explaining, because she doesn't really remember, but she's like, I was told that I had a son named Tobias. I have like feelings, and I have some memories of things, but they're all weird and they don't make any sense, and everyone thinks I'm crazy. She's like, I remember aliens, but I think I'm insane. And Tobias is like, I don't think you're insane. But then she explains in a very heartfelt part of this speech, essentially what I think you could have already inferred as an audience person, but she kind of displays it out that, you know, she wasn't the right mom for him, and with everything she was going through. She's like, I'm blind, I'm scarred, I'm going through this like some sort of weird psychosis. I can't really understand or orient myself, and I don't make a lot of money, and I have no idea where my support system is. I don't remember anything, and there was no way that I could raise a kid in that environment.
She's like, I just wanted you to have a really good life, and I didn't think I could provide that for you.
Yeah, and he's like, I have a great fucking life. I'm a sick-ass bird. I'm dating a model. It's awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. She's like, I'd expect nothing less, and then they dap each other up, and they leave, hand in hand.
Yeah, and then he's like, hey, I killed your dog, by the way, and then he flies away.
No. Deuces, leaving you like you left me. No. So he says, look, the alien stuff, that stuff's real. But I'm going to come get you in 2 days. But for the next 2 days, you can't leave your house. We've got your dog. We'll bring your dog back. Just stay in your house, and we're going to come get you. Do not leave for any reason. She says, oh, all right, I guess. You know, what else am I going to do? I don't really do anything. So
yeah, and you took my seeing eye dog away, so I couldn't get around if I wanted to.
No, they brought him back. They brought Champ back, so she still has Champ.
You killed him.
No, they didn't kill him. They did not.
I read the director's cut.
So that is the director's cut. Fair enough. They killed a dog. So Tobias goes to talk to the gang, and he explains what he did. He's like, look, no, we're making her wait for 3 days. We'll keep an eye on her. And if she leaves the house, we'll see if she's going to go to a yerk pool. And if not, then she's not a controller. Then we know for sure that she's not a controller. Yeah. And then we can get her out.
But he's pretty confident already. Yes. And he's like, I have a plan.
The yerks won't want her because she's blind.
And Jake outright says, like, you got to just let it go. It's clearly a diversion to try to get you over there and expose you. Mm-hmm. It's like, let it go. And he's like, let it go like you let your family go? And Jake's like, oh.
How could you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess I'm not the right leader for this.
I made the sacrifice, Tobias.
I guess I'm not cut out for this. And Tobias is like, yeah, you're not, twerp, and then he pushes him.
You know, that voice for Jake kind of sounds like Pee Wee Herman a little bit.
Yeah, I'm Jake. I'm the leader of the Animorphs. And it's just really hard to lead these Animorphs around.
Yeah. You make good decisions, Jake.
And then Tobias is like, yeah, shut up, nerd. And then he
Punch.
gives him a swirly.
But then, so everybody is staying in the Hork-Bajir Valley, which, again, don't know why they're still there. But again, we don't really care that much because we're having a good time. So there's
That much? We don't care at all, dude.
There's this funny little bit where it refers back to Rachel's mom, and she's starting to write a constitution for the Free Hork-Bajir colony. Which I was like, this is a plot I did not sign up for, but I'm so glad it's here. And so they're arguing what should be in the Constitution. They're like, Rachel, is your mom okay? And she's like, this is what she loves to do. This is her favorite thing.
She's having the time of her
life. She's like, if people weren't arguing, she would be miserable. She loves this. And they're like, all right, go ahead. She's going to just start the society and written down on paper. Okay. So then... Sure. 2 days have passed. They've kept an eye on Tobias's mom. She has not left the house. So now she's going to the park to meet Tobias. And as Tobias is like packing a little backpack, Jake's like, I know what you're going to do. And I say, okay. And he gives him the backpack. And then I'm like, I don't. Gianni doesn't. But I guess we're on for the ride. Okay. So
yeah, then he's like, you're going to need to bring Rachel because you're going to want her talons.
Her talons.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, she's bored, she's restless, she's got to go do something. Might as well put her with Tobias's protection. Get her out of the house. So he picks up Lauren at the park. He takes her back to her home. And he says, the Yeerks are closing in on you. We've noticed people are watching you. We know people are following you now. They're about to get you. Here's a morphing cube. And she's like, lol, what? And he said, just put your hand on this, and now put your hand on my little bird
and then
head.
Touch me. I'm over on the couch.
I'm a little bird boy on your couch.
Come to me. I am the couch.
And so she sits on the couch and sits on top of Tobias and kills him. And then...
Also, not for nothing, imagine looking like a bird, and then...
Nelly Furtado?
And then your mom becomes an identical bird.
Hell yeah, dude. Bird twinsies.
Like, what if your mom was identical to you and also you were birds?
Hell yeah, dude. I
don't know. That made more sense in my head, but like, you get what I'm saying?
They're like family.
Like, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like that your mom would look exactly like you. That's kind of crazy.
That's like how it is in nature, is it not? With almost all animals.
Exactly like you? No.
Almost.
Do you look exactly like your mom?
I look a lot like my dad.
Do you think you don't exist in nature?
That's an existential question I'm not prepared for. Do I exist in nature? What type of nature are we talking about here? The nature of relativity? The nature of the environment we're in? The nature of the culture I've grown up in? The nature of the social society that we've built up on top of patriarchy that harms everybody, including men.
Keep going. This is a good bit.
On the nature of daylight. That's all I got. Those are all the natures that I can think of as of now.
Right. But you see what I'm saying, though, right? That, like, things don't look like the same thing?
Well, it depends.
You know?
It depends
on... Like, they look alike, but identical is the thing that I'm referring to.
Okay, you're talking
being
about
identical,
like identical
to your
twins.
mother? Right.
Okay.
If there was another one of me, and I was like, hi, I'm Gianni's mom, that would be crazy, no?
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy, yeah.
Yeah, right? That's all. That was the only point I had. I was just like, that's crazy.
That's all. Damn, that's crazy. So... yeah, that is crazy. Thanks, Gianni.
Yeah, you're welcome.
then this we're falling apart.
This is good.
I don't know what happened today.
I'm having a blast. I'm having so much fun.
This is fun. No,
My computer's on
this is great.
4%. This is awesome.
Oh my god, we gotta get closer to the end here. So Lauren just palms Tobias's head, and she's holding on to him, and he says, "Okay, think of me, and now think of yourself as the bird." And she's like, "What?" And she starts morphing into a hawk, and he's like, "You're gonna be able to see." And just as she's morphing and she finishes the morph, the Yerks burst in. They break open the door. Rachel comes in as an elephant. She grabs the cube with her trunk. And then Tobias and his mom, Lauren, fly off into the distance. And it's very exciting. There's a helicopter. They're trapped in a building. They're trapped in a warehouse. And the rest of the gang show up. And it's a big fight. They're all trying to escape. And the Yerks are trying to corral them into the parking lot. And Tobias is like, "Why not, Jake? Let's go meet them where they want to see us, in the parking lot. Because when you're a jet all the way." And Jake says, "Good point. Let's go do it." And they all start snapping their fingies, getting out to the parking lot. And Tobias is flying around the helicopter, and Grandma is flying the helicopter. Grandma, your controller from earlier, and she's gonna shoot Tobias, but then maybe she's gonna go Rachel. Then Tobias teases her, and he's trying to distract her, and the helicopter's getting lower and lower, and it's getting very exciting because it might crash. And then Tobias is getting in the path of a Dracon beam, and what happens? Lauren comes in and pushes him away as a bird, and she gets shot. And she's bloody on the parking lot. And Tobias is like, "No, Mom." And I was really scared she was actually going to die. And he said, "Mom, focus." And she focuses, and she becomes Lauren again. She becomes human again, and she's okay. And she has her vision back. Hooray! Hurrah! Huzzah! And then they have to run off because the helicopter crashes down. Grandma controller somehow jumped from the helicopter. We don't know where she went, but she's out there somewhere. I can't wait till she comes back.
Yeah, because we need another villain.
I need her to come back. I can't wait. She's baller. And then we go back to the Hork-Bajir Valley, and Lauren and Champ, her seeing eye dog, are living there now, and they're happy. And the Hork-Bajir decide to vote on their constitution, and they pass it, which is very exciting. And then Rachel's mom is like, "Okay, guys, sign the constitution." And they're like, "We don't know how to read or write." And she's like, "Well, you need to learn how to do that." And they're like, "You can teach us." And she's like, "No, do I look like a teacher?" And so they all vote that yes, she looks like a teacher. And yes, they all vote for her to teach them English. And so now she's teaching them the ABCs, which that was my favorite part of the book. She's like, "Do I look like a teacher?" And they're all like, "Do we vote?" "Yes, I vote. Yes, you look like a teacher."
Yeah. Yeah.
And
we've never really seen one before, but we agree.
Exactly. So then Tobias says, he's having a heart-to-heart with Jake after everything, and Tobias says, Visser 1, he's not going to kill your family. He's going to keep them alive because he wants to get to you. And Jake was like, "Good point. So there is reason to still hope that we can rescue my family." And then that's kind of the end of the book. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a wonderful book.
Yeah, I mean, the nitpicks aside, really the only overarching problem is everything we already addressed. I mean, we're gonna nitpick anything because that's just what we do because that's fun. But yeah, I mean, if I'm writing the series adaptation of the Animorphs, as maybe one day we will get the chance to, I would say that the tone that this book is able to get is the tone that they should be chasing the whole time. Because everything, the balance of the lighthearted, jokey, and even though a lot of it's silly, zany nonsense, forklifts being smashed into doors and people bullying blind people, even though it's silly Billy, it's it does really even out the playing field when Tobias is dealing with the heavy, dense
seriousness.
Emotion. That the book is trying to strive for. Yeah, and I think that ultimately this is just very successful. Even if it's not my favorite book in the series, it would still be high up there, but I have to put it on the list. But even though it's not my personal favorite book in the series, I would say it's probably the best tonal balance that the series has ever had.
Yeah.
And I think I agree with your point about it being the best Tobias book as well. You know, beyond that, I'll have to ruminate a bit more. But yeah, I mean, I would not only would I adapt this pretty much exactly as is, I would say, hey, we should try to chase more of this feeling in all of the other episodes as well, because I think this is, it has everything. It has the Animorphs coming together as a unit, doing interesting things for each other, developing those relationships in unique and interesting ways, and all of it very, very easily laid in too. You didn't have to spend a whole chapter on Jake and Tobias, you know, like it comes very naturally.
And I think it's a good point that you said they're all doing things individually. Like, they're not abiding by Jake says we have to do this, Jake says we have to do that. They're genuinely looking out for each other and supporting each other. And I think that is really where the books shine, when we have moments like that, because it helps show the individuality of these characters, and it helps build those character relationships. And I think that is really the most important thing that these books can do, is showcase those relationships and those individual pieces to form this group.
Yeah,
so,
completely agree.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. So
yeah,
all right,
excellent
before your
job.
computer dies. Yeah, great job, Ghostwriter.
Excellent job.
Yeah. Before you die, Gianni, should we go to the ultimate book 50?
Yeah. All right. I'm clicking it.
Please, sir. My tongue is sick. What's the matter? Do you like her pink sweatshirt?
It's the fourth image that's really getting me. I don't know why.
Oh, that one's fun. I like the third one.
Like, the third one is like cursed, but like the fourth one, there's something about how happy the owl is.
Yeah.
Meshing with her face is crazy.
I like it. I like the tail in the third one, if you look at the tail.
Ew. Why did you point that out to me? I hate that. Look at the tail in the second one, just starting.
Oh! I don't like cottage cheese butt. I don't like that.
That's terrible.
No, I don't like that one.
Oh, God.
No offense to those people with cottage cheese butts. Everyone's butts are worth squeezing. Just not this one.
Right. Well, this is a feather. It's becoming feather butt.
It's becoming feather butt.
But it looks like diaper butt. That's crazy.
That's pretty
bad.
bad.
It's Cassie morphing into some sort of owl.
Yes.
Is the
and
cover
what's the
of this
tagline
book.
on there?
It says, "Now there are no more secrets." So if you weren't spoiled before, I guess that the tagline would kind of tell you pretty much everything that just happened.
Exactly. So, on the U.S. back cover synopsis, quote unquote, really big trouble is an understatement these days. The war between the Yeerks and the Animorphs is full on, and it's definitely going to get worse. But Cassie, the other Animorphs, and X have a lot more going on than just trying to stay alive.
Why did they do that to him?
I told every time, because he's an Andalite.
Why did they do that? That's so
racism.
mean.
It's racism.
Golly. Okay.
Now they've got to actively protect their families and the free Hork-Bajir, and they no longer believe they can do it alone. The Yeerks are just too powerful. Dumb as fuck, but powerful. So Cassie and the others have to ask themselves a very important question. Is it time to increase their numbers? They all remember too well. Hang on.
Duh.
Hold your thought. Duh.
Should have done that a billion books ago.
Well, they tried to with David, and then they were scared after that, bad experience and all that. He sucked also.
Right.
They all remember too well what happened with David, the Animorph gone bad. But this time, do they really have a choice?
I mean, yeah, you do, I guess, but also, like, we gave Satan powers and he abused them. I'm shocked. Like, give it to your parents. They seem fine.
You need to, like, you need to interview these people for, like, a fake job and then see what their character's like.
David was giving school shooter vibes the moment we met him.
Oh, the moment. Oh, the emotionality of that kid.
That guy sucked from day dot.
Sucked.
Like,
yeah.
Give it to anybody else. You're fine.
I remember the book before when we were talking about starting the David trilogy. We were talking about the first book in the trilogy right before we read it. And you were like, well, David would have to be pretty bad for it not to work out. Like, is he going to be that bad? And then after we read the first David book, we were like, he sucks ass. He's awful. He's terrible. We hate him.
Yeah,
we don't claim him. Put him back. Put him in the garbage pile Lauren was in.
Like, what were they thinking? Just awful. But yeah, I mean, this probably would have helped you a lot at the Hork-Bajir Valley battle. I don't like if I'm the Hork-Bajir, I would be pissed if they're having this conversation now. I'd be like, you had a cube the whole time? We could have flown anywhere else.
Yeah. Why couldn't they give the cube to the Hork-Bajir? Are they too dumb?
I don't know. Why can't they give it to the Yeerks? Then the Yeerks can turn into anything else and become Nothlets and see.
Yeah. That's actually a great idea.
Literally all the Yeerks said they want. Go for it. Yeah. Go nuts. Become humans. Yeah. Great.
Well. Oh, well. So, anyway, if you have these same questions, you can email us at our email address, morphinbuddies@gmail.com. That's morphinbuddies at gmail.com.
Yeah, that's nice. Kick me while I'm down. You know, the computer literally about to die. Won't charge. In and out.
Oh, Gianni, it's all coming. It's all coming back. It's all coming back.
Too?
Please, sir, my son, he's sick. That's you with your laptop. Please, sir.
Oh boy. We gotta let these people go. We gotta let these people go.
Guys, thank you so much for being on the struggle bus with us today. We love you so much. And
hope you enjoyed. Casey certainly didn't when she's done editing this.
It's fun. You know what? I'll just giggle my way through it. I know I will. And this episode right now it's about an hour 28. This is probably getting cut down to like maybe an hour 10, an hour 15.
Hour 11. Book it.
The amount of struggle we had in this. Okay, folks, we love you. Thank you for being with us, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.
Bye.